ladies and gentlemen, this is Adam Winchell, Defenders USA. Hey, I've got a different take on the 5x5x5 drill that's going around this year. So understand what that is. That is 5 rounds from concealment from 5 yards, shooting in 5 seconds or less at a modern size playing card. So there's a Defenders USA playing card up there, which by the way are for purchase on our website. Anyways, any playing card will do, but just a standard playing card. So the thing right now, seems like for 2024, is Gunset Training Group out of Ohio did a challenge to where people go out and they do this once a week, or once a week for 52 weeks, where you just do this completely cold, right? You walk out, having not shot yet today, 5 rounds from concealment from 5 yards in 5 seconds or less. And I'm watching people get better and better as they do this, right? For me, I get a little bored with it. I did it 4 or 5 times and I was kind of done with it, but I came up with a different idea. So today we're going to be shooting at this card. I'll let you count the rounds, but I'll be shooting from 5 yards from concealment, and I'll have 5 seconds or less that'll start on a randomized shot clock. I have no idea when it's going to go off. Okay, and the first beep will be the go signal. The second beep will be to tell me, hey, the 5 seconds is up, and my job is to get all my rounds touching or in that card in 5 seconds or less. I'll let you count the rounds. But this occurred to me the other day that, hey, if we're doing the 5x5x5 and a little bored with it, maybe this is a good idea. Now, I can prove to you this is 5 yards. We have the target that's right there. And then if you notice, there's a tape on the ground that goes all the way out to 15 feet. And there's a dirt mark on the ground for 15 feet right there. 5 yards, okay, in 5 seconds or less, with a varied amount of rounds. Take a look and see. I won't tell you how many yet. All right, let's see what we got today. Here we go, on the beat. Completely cold. Stand by. Okay, so that was 4.69. 4.69, that was 10 shots, by the way. So the first shot went off at 1.36, if you can see it on the little screen there. And the last shot went off at 4.69. And the splits on average are 0.34. So slightly over a third of a second. Let's take a look at the target itself. This one right there is barely breaking the edge, but it has nicked the edge. So it's a hit. These are all hits. That one was already there earlier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 rounds there. You know what? Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's throw up another one, see if I can go a bit faster. Even though it's not cold, let's just see. On the shot clock. I think I got those all. Okay, 3.68, 3.68. I'm really hoping you can see that. Okay, first shot, which was slow, was 145. 145, last shot 3.68. There are 10 shots there, and my average split was 2.3. So 2.3. So let's go take a look at this. Okay, so everything else is marked. There was one there, but I punched it again. So it's breaking the line of the card right there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me look at that again. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or some variation. Either way, they're all on the card, and I guarantee our target camera over here picked it up too, so you'll see that. The second one wasn't cold. I mean, I got to practice the first time. So my cold one, come back to it a little bit. My cold one was 4.69, all 10 hits, even though that's barely. I mean, line breaks count. That too, it's a barely, but it's a line break. So yeah, it lost really basically a second faster, and I just decided to just go for it, let it go. I shot too slow on my first shot on both of these, and here I went more carefully, but I have my grip as tight as I needed. You can see the big spread. Here I tightened up my grip a little bit more, except for the one time on the pinky, but I tightened my grip a little bit more and I could send it a lot faster. So those were on average 0.23 splits, where I think these were 3.4 splits. So that is simply, I think, a really good drill to try out. Understand, I've been watching a lot of great consistency with people that are doing this, the 5x5x5. They're getting better as they do this. And isn't that the point? Get better with this. Learn what you're doing. Learn the language of your gun. Learn the feel of your gun. Learn the pressures of your gun. Learn to get that thing as efficiently there as possible, and then to hold that thing there quickly, right? Rob Latham, and I'm stealing this from him, says oftentimes shooting is actually simple, right? It's not easy, but it's simple. And all you got to do is grip the gun well, aim the gun well, and not move the gun in the triggering process. If you can do that, you can go pretty quickly. And the more hand strength you have, and better you know your touch mapping points on the gun and how you need to hold that gun, and you can read the language of your dot or your front sight post, meaning it's going straight up and down and not flowering to one side or the other or dipping on you, because you're gripping the gun well. The more your gun just does this, you can do more predictive shooting. Mean, as I watched my sight come up, it was floating and I just triggered. As it floated and I triggered, I floated and it triggered, which means I've got to learn how to prep the trigger well. So bang off, immediately prep through the wall, bang off, prep immediately through the wall, and I can start doing predictive shooting, which this is more reactive. I waited till it got there, then I triggered. I waited till I got there, I triggered. And you can see the splits. There was a 0.10 split difference between this one and this one. I think this was 0.34. This was 2.3, so therefore I was more predictive in my shooting versus reactive to it. So anyways, I just wanted to challenge you this, right? Go out there and set your 5-second shot clock. For those of you guys doing the 5x5x5, set the 5-second shot clock and let's see how many rounds can you get off. Work to where maybe you get 6 off in that time frame and hit. Then maybe work towards 7 in that time frame and hit, and then 8, and then 9, and then 10. I mean, I did that in 3.68. The second one, I would bet had I kept going, I might have gotten off probably another 5 or so, 4 to 6 in that time frame, still kept within the 5 seconds. It's a really good indicator of skill. So I'm going to ask you to go out and try this too. I think it's a great skill. Do the 5x5x5 challenge. It's a great challenge, right? But play with it a little bit. Add distance, add rounds, add speed, add whatever. And the more you can grow that, the more your skill grows as a defender. And it's not the point in the first place. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Winch, Defenders USA.